Hey everybody, DeadbyDaylight here, back with another video. So, today's the day Dead by Daylight has officially lost the license to the Halloween chapter. So, if you are a new player, you can no longer get Micheal Myers or Laurie Strode. However, you can get their perks. Their perks have been made universal to the respective blood webs. So, therefore, you get Decisive Strike as a universal anti. It's one of the best anti-tunnel perks in the game. Myers, you get Save the Best for Last, Stabiffle, Dying Light. Not bad at all. But however, you will not be able to get these characters or play as them. Now, if you already own these characters, this is already common knowledge. You get to play as them and all that. You don't have to stop. But just mainly for the new players, that really does suck. Unless you want to go through a scalper, which I do not condone because they're just not worth $500. Like legit, I looked this crap up. There's people charging $500 for a Halloween key. It is wild. And Myers is only a high B tier killer in my opinion, so I wouldn't even say that's worth $500 unless you're that big of a die-hard super fan of the Halloween franchise. It's not worth that. But anyways, I wanted to discuss today. You've been hearing the whispers. I'm sure everybody's speculating who's gonna be the next killer to leave the game. Last year we lost Pinhead. Now we're starting off this year losing Micheal Myers, the arguably who is what put Dead by Daylight on the map. I don't even know if I myself don't even know if this game would be alive without the Halloween license. I said this in a previous video. I truly do believe that it was thanks to this license that Dead by Daylight became as big as it did. It's such an iconic license to have them lose it after 10 years. The game's turning 10 years old. It's still pretty sad. But anyways, we all know that the Nightmare on Elm Street license and the Leatherface license, they're not getting much love these days. In fact, they haven't gotten any love in years. Bubba is the only one who has gotten a couple of cosmetics, but that was like so long ago. But he's gotten more love than Freddy, so there's a chance Bubba might stay. Who knows? But Nightmare on Elm Street, they got nothing. I mean, granted, sure, it's the reboot Freddy, but it's still nothing. It's just sitting there. And let's be honest, if a DLC isn't bringing in cosmetics and all that, Behavior's not making any money. And just like with the Halloween chapter, just about everybody owns these characters, alright? The game's almost 10 years old. If you don't own Freddy or Leatherface, or didn't own Micheal until today, then I don't know what to tell you. It's just unfortunate timing. So, I have a feeling the Nightmare on Elm Street license is probably going to go next. This is just my speculation. I don't have no inside source or anything. I'm not a part of the DBD creator program, so I have no insights on anything. But I just, as a hunch, I have a feeling that the Nightmare on Elm Street license and Leatherface's license are probably most likely going to be going next. I don't think Behavior will renew them. Just because of the fact that they're not bringing any money. So Behavior is essentially paying money in to keep these licenses, but they're not really gaining much out of it, you know? So that's just my opinion and my take on that, on who I think is going to be going next. However, going back to the Halloween chapter, I'm hoping Behavior gets the license back to Halloween one day. They got to, right? Like, it's literally the first license they ever received. It's such a massive license. However, I would hope that if they do get it back, and they'll do something like Micheal is back better than ever, and it's a renegotiated license to where Myers can have new cosmetics, he can have different masks and stuff like from the other movies and all that. That would be such a refreshing thing. And I know that's what a lot of people already want, you know? Like, of course we all want that. Um, I will say this. I do not. I said this in a previous video. I do not believe this is Ilphonic and Gun's fault. The Halloween game coming out this year, I do not believe that because of them we lost Myers. I don't. Um, I had heard somebody mention that Behavior had a 10-year license contract with the Halloween license, and the game's turning 10 years old, which would mean the time is up. And I feel like logically, that's reasonably and logically, I feel like that's the more likely outcome, is their time just ran up, and obviously they weren't making much money off the license because he wasn't getting any new cosmetics, neither was Lori, so they weren't bringing in as much money because just about everybody owns these characters. Um, so I don't believe it's Ilphonic and Gun Media's fault. And I saw a post earlier today, somebody saying we gotta boycott the new Halloween game and all that. That's not gonna happen. And if you're a fellow DBD creator, I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud. You know you're gonna stream the new Halloween game. We all are. You can crack a jab at the new Halloween game all you want and be like, it looks like crap, or it's like Gun and Ilphonic, their games flop. And yes, they do. I agree with that. However, we're still gonna be streaming it. We're still gonna be playing it. Like, you know why? Because we love our ASIM horror games, you know? We ain't gonna be able to resist that. And it's also a way to bring in a new audience and everything, you know? And build our communities more. So, for any viewers out there and you see people that are duking on the new Halloween game, just know they're gonna play it. Your favorite creators, we're gonna play it. It's just how it is, you know? I myself am a bit excited to play it and stream it. I know it's gonna flop. I know it will. I don't want it to fail, but I know it will. And I think the logical reason as to why it's going to fail is due to the fact that it's tied to one IP, compared to Dead by Daylight, which is essentially the Fortnite of horror at this point, getting all the licenses. You can't compete with that. You just can't. It's when you're tied to one license, people are gonna get bored. That's just how it is. And so I'm excited for the new Halloween game. Can't wait to play it. Can't wait to stream it and all that. But yeah, going back to Dead by Daylight. It's a rough start to this new year already. By losing this license, it's definitely a blow. However, next week we got the new Stranger Things chapter, so pick this back up, and hopefully things get better going forward. I know that's asking for a lot, but I really hope so. But yeah, that's just my take, my thoughts on everything. New players, sorry. Going forward, you're SOL. But you'll still see lots of Myers. We're still gonna see a lot of him, and yeah. But hope you all have a fantastic day, evening. If you're new to the channel, please do drop a follow. Catch me on Twitch at DoobieAddict_TTV, and we'd love to see ya. And I will see you guys all later.